time to dish with D. That's me. It's snowing. If you see the watermark at the bottom, that's just because I haven't purchased the app yet, because I'm deciding which one I like, and because it's an investment, so you got to make sure that you like it and it works right. So for now, we're going to keep the watermark. So I apologize if it's distracting, but I need to know which one I need to get. So back to the task at hand. It is time for the Dish with D. Saturday weigh-in and meeting topic du jour. D, how did your weigh-in go? Horrible. Thanks for asking. Yeah, I am up another pound. Was it 1.2 or 1.4? I don't remember. Yeah, not sure why. That's 2 weeks in a row. I don't know. Again, it could drive you crazy if you, like I said, if I ate, then I'd know. Then I'd be like, but I don't know. Could it be I'm exercising too much? I know that sounds silly because all I do is a Leslie Sansone, but I've never done anything. So for me, this is hardcore. I know all you hardcore exercise people are like, oh my God, did you just say it's hardcore? I did. Because for me, it's hardcore. Yes, doing something every day for 20 minutes is hardcore. So I'm not sure. I'm just... I went and got weighed at my meeting. Saw my leader. She talked me down off my tree. We'll see. We're just going to keep doing what we're doing. If the scale goes up, so be it. You know me. You know me too well. Nothing I can do about it. I'm not eating less. That's not an option. Working out less, that's an option. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm just sick about it. And I did get, did I bring it down with me? I did. I did. Looky. I got a recipe card. So I will screenshot this. This week's recipe is slow cooker pears and a port wine. That is an old recipe. I mean, pears and port has always been a popular recipe. 5 points on all plans. Yeah, I don't like enough to spend 5 points on fruit. Yeah. Not. Oh, is there anything else in it? Pears, lemon juice, port, brown sugar. Yeah, you can use brown sugar substitute, and a cinnamon stick. Yeah, I'm not giving pears 5 points. Sorry, not doing it. No. But I will definitely screenshot. If you want to do it, be my guest, but I am not. Let's see what this says. I didn't read this. Spoiler, trying to be perfect is unrealistic. I say that all the time. And it can actually take us further from our goals. Science shows that accepting imperfections, you are human, which I say all the time, can actually bring us closer to where we want to be. So cut yourself some slack. Yeah, like I said, had I gained a quarter or a half, I would have been all right with it. But when you go over a pound, yeah, I got a little bit of an issue. But it has something to do about being perfect, because y'all know I'm not perfect. Focus on how it feels when you think about someone or a pet who really cares about you. Bailey. Visualize the qualities of someone you look up to and identify 3 things you have in common. Notice what happens when you show yourself the same kindness you show a child who makes a mistake. Do we yell at the first graders when they do? I don't. Write down 3 things about yourself that you're grateful for today. I am grateful for just being where I'm at. I mean, honestly, and I say this, just being here. Even if I was 10 pounds heavier, I'd still be grateful for that, honestly, because being here was never part of the plan. So I think that's half of my problem. I don't know how to wrap myself around this weight. I don't. And it's I'm still living in the past, and I need to get out of that. Grateful for today. I'm grateful for that that my family is healthy. I'm so grateful for that. And then my, life is what it is. I mean, life isn't perfect. It's not. And I don't want it to be, honestly. I don't think I would, you got to have challenges. You have to have things to strive for. So I'm happy about. So those things, I'm happy to have my job. Happy to have gone back to school. Happy that my dog, hopefully he'll get better. But I'm just happy for everything. I'm a simple person. If you don't know that about me, little things like you've seen, I'm a hot mess. My house is a hot mess. You've seen it. I don't live in perfection. I live in reality. And reality is we have shit. We have shit. Not literal shit. We have stuff. We have a lot of stuff. And I went through a time where I was trying to be more organized but why? Like, I'm happy with my stuff. So I had to sit there and really think, you know what? Why am I trying to be something I'm not? I like clutter. I could find things better when I have clutter. So if you're a clutter bug, so am I. I just am. And I'm trying to stop trying to, again, why? I was watching all these decluttering videos, and I'm like, I'm fine with the clutter. My husband is fine with the clutter. My kids, not so much. Yeah, it's funny. Him and I are alike, but the boys are a little bit. I think that's maybe because of the clutter, they've become OCD about clutter. So their spaces have no clutter, but my spaces do. I always say, if you don't like my clutter, then there's the door. And they're still here, so, it's all about balance. I say that all the time. All right, this weekly technique by Karen Oppenheim. Don't know who she is, but apparently she's writing the weekly. Stuck with a fixed mindset. Talk back to it. Mindset, now we're going to get into fixed, but mindset is key in this journey, and I say this all the time because if you're not ready up here, it doesn't matter what you put in your mouth or what you put in your stomach, it's never going. And I say this to a lot of people, and people, when they hear, they go, you said that to them? There's sometimes I've told people to just not, to stop, to quit, because if your mind's not there, you're not following. If you're not following the plan correctly, you're not going to have good results. You're not going to have sustainable results. So I often tell people, take a break, just leave. Will you put on weight? Probably. But sometimes that's how we learn. That's how we appreciate. Take a step away and then see the negative side and like, oh, maybe then our mindset will change. Because that's what happened to me. I was in a rut. I was on Smart Points back in 2016, 2017. I lost 55 pounds and I was in a rut for, I think, 6 months. I lost and gained the same 5 pounds. Well, I'm sorry. I'm not paying Weight Watchers $56 a month. And, it just wasn't, so I left in October. I just wasn't into it. And if you're not into it, nothing's going to happen. You're just going to stay there. You're just going to stay there. You're going to stay there. As much as you think you want, I still needed to lose a crap ton of weight. Don't get me wrong. I just couldn't get out of that zone. It was all up here. So I left, put on 27 pounds back. And then I knew I needed to go back. I knew I was ready. And when I went back, it was freestyle. So that was a whole different animal. So it was definitely got me out of the rut because it was totally different. So I went back, I was 247. I left, I think I was 217, I think, something like that. I'm back, I was 247. I'm back on Fat Tuesday. I always remember that, Fat Tuesday. It was the day before Valentine's Day on 2018. Isn't that funny how you remember? Because it was the 13th. And we had all the parties in school, so I had ate my face off that day. So yeah, I was 247. The first week on freestyle, I lost 10.2 pounds. That's a lot. I've never lost that much the first week, but that was a really good, but I was in such bad shape. I just needed any kind of, program that I would have taken a ton of weight off. And I've consistently off and on lost through the whole time. Like, did I have losses every week? No. Should you have losses every week? No. But I was consistent in the plan, and if it was 0.2, it was 0.4. If it was a gain, I was always okay with it because I knew if I kept at it, it would come off. And I nipped away. And then before I know it, when I was down to 85 pounds lost, I knew. I said, I only have to lose 30 more. Like 28 more. And I went, I can do 28 pounds because I already did 85. And it wasn't 120. So it definitely sounded like a doable number. It did take me, when I hit my 100 pounds, it was June, first week of June. And it took me 6 months to get 14 pounds off. Because towards the end, it's really hard to lose because you'd really have to cut back. And, I wasn't cutting back. So I don't seem to lose in the summers. I don't know what it is. The last 3 summers, took the summers off. Maintained, but took the summers off. All right, stuck with a fixed mindset. Talk back to it. Like we said, mindset is key. A fixed mindset. We believe things are set in stone and can't change. They are to a degree. Growth mindset. We believe things can change. Anything can change if you want it to. See, there's what they don't put in here. You have to want it to change. You can't just sit there and say, well, it's going to change because I said so. You have to want it from the inner core of your being You have to want it. Every time I joined Weight Watchers, I wanted to be there. I wanted to be there. So you have to want it. It's kind of like Eye of the Tiger. You have that gleam in your eye, like you want it. You can taste it. And if you don't have that mindset, it's just you're going through the motions sometimes, and that's why sometimes you'll be like, well, I'm not losing, or I'm losing the same fight. Are you really truly motivated to do it? Do you truly want to do it? Or are you doing it because you think you should? Thinking we should and wanting it are two totally different things. As much as you want something, you have to have that, I don't know what to call that. That's like a grunt. Did I read that? Okay. A growth mindset is when we believe things can change. Our mindsets can change depending on the skills, behavior, or situations we're in. Move that fixed mindset through into a growth one that helps you respond to setbacks and conquer new experiences. Notice when you have a fixed mindset. I want to start moving more, but I'll never know what to do. They consider that a fixed mindset. Talk back to the growth mindset's voice. Is it really set in stone? I've tried new things before. I can learn about different kinds of activities. Shift the growth mindset. With some effort, I can find a way to get moving. I'll try a beginner fit on video in the WW app. That is key. Pick something doable and easy when you start out. Some of us just I'm going to join a gym. Really? If you're a couch potato, should you really be joining a gym? No. You need to start out with baby steps. I'm not sitting there telling you not to join a gym. I'm just telling you to sit there and wonder why things don't work, because we go from point 1 to point 90 and forget about the other steps in between. We have to go there in a order. And it just helps you in the long run. Let's dive a little deeper, shall we? Think of the time when you've caught yourself thinking, I can't. I'm bad at this. I've never when you're facing a new challenge. Or I've never when you're facing a new challenge. Notice that the fixed mindset thought might be getting in your way. Then talk back to it. Remind yourself what you've accomplished in the past and identify the new thoughts that will help move you forward. The more often you practice talking back to the fixed mindset thoughts, the more naturally a growth mindset will occur and you'll be open to new experiences. So it's basically talking yourself into believing in yourself, because we have these very negative thoughts about ourselves all the time. We think we're losers. We think we're horrible. Like, I want to do diamond painting. I'm afraid that the diamond painting will be too tedious and small. Do I know that for a fact? No, I don't. I am assuming that based on what I see. I mean, maybe it wouldn't be. Maybe I would enjoy it. Maybe it wouldn't be so stressful that I keep acting like it is. Sometimes we have to put ourselves out of our comfort zone to see what we're really capable of. And a lot of times we're capable of more than we give ourselves credit for. Why? Because we don't want to try. If we don't try, then we don't fail. But failing isn't always failing. It's a learning experience. Sometimes you might fail the first time, but if you try it a second time with the experience of trying it the first time, you might succeed the second time. If I ever stopped trying, I wouldn't be able to cook dinner. I'd had to burn things in the beginning to get where I'm at today. Like, if I didn't keep trying, like, I had a hard time cooking London broil. I still cook it all the time. Did I stop cooking London broil? No. Did my husband eat a lot of bad London broil? He did. But now I finally figured out the great way to do it, and he enjoys it, and it's delicious, and the family loves it, because I kept plugging away at it. I didn't give up. Sometimes we have to try things more than once. We're all not perfect right out of the gate. Some people, they are, and God bless them, but I'm not one of them. So I always say you just have to keep trying, and failure, if you fail at something, doesn't mean you don't keep trying. You just have to, like, I always say sometimes, like, when you keep trying something repetitively, you have to get away from it. And like the London broil, like, I didn't make it the next day. I'd wait a few weeks and then I'd be on sale again and I'd pick it up and I'd try again. But if I did it like the next day, or it get on your nerves, like, things get like crazy if you keep trying them. Like, I made this recipe this morning, this bunt thing, and it failed, sort of. I mean, it didn't fail, but it made too much, and that's not what I was looking for. Does it mean, I just have to sit there and next time I've learned, I just need to scale that recipe back and it'll be perfect. You learn from your mistakes. Mistakes are part of growth. And that's what we don't want. Some people are hard with mistakes. They consider mistakes as failures, and it's not. It's not. If you fail at something or you make a mistake, it doesn't mean you failed or you're a loser or you're horrible. We don't always have to win. You always have to be perfect. Things don't always have to come out. We just have to keep trying. And the more you try, the better it will be. It will. And I can't run that home enough, but I know it's hard because we have this in our mind, and we're older gals, and you can't just sit there and tell somebody and they're going, oh, Dee said it, so it's right. You have to learn these. And the more you're on plan, the more you read these topics and you hear about these and you listen, the more that's why a lot of times on my vlogs, I repeat the same things. And at first I thought I'm repeating it, but now it makes sense because the more you hear it, the more you'll believe it. So if I keep saying it, and if you don't watch my vlogs, you should, especially if you're a person that's very down on themselves, listen to what I say and listen every day. I only do it Monday through Friday, but you hear it and you hear it. And eventually you're going to get it. You will, because that's our nature. We will get it. But I'm going to keep reminding you as much as I can. And I'm going to keep, you'll hear me say, I know I say this all the time, and then I think about it. The reason I say it all the time, because you need to hear it all the time. You need to hear it. And you need eventually to believe it. So that is it. I don't know if there's anything else. In order to truly hit reset, it is important for us to believe that things can change. And that we can learn and grow. If not, we can. We learn and grow from mistakes. I think I've just said that and I didn't read that. Debbie, call me. I'll help you with your weekly topics. Why would you bother hitting reset? Yep, you have to keep trying. There's learn more about hitting reset. Shall we see what that is about? I think I already said that. All right. While we start fresh and eagerly waving goodbye to 2020, it is important to ignore all the year experiences of... I think I read this already. Yeah, I read that. I'm not going to rehash 2020. We don't need to rehash that. But exactly what I said. If you're a person that's a perfectionist and everything has to be perfect and orderly and neat, sometimes it's not. It's not. And there's no way, because that's up here. And there's no way for me I could tell you till I'm blue in the face. You have to believe it. And know that baby steps win the race. They do. And mistakes are good. We learn. If think about it, we were kids, we made mistakes. And did anybody yell at us when we were a kid? No, they didn't, because that's how you learn. And you will learn. You will grow, you will blossom, and you will prosper. And Dee is here to help you along the way. So I am ending this. Let's hope Dee has a better week on Plantos. Oh, my week was pretty good. I don't understand. Again, we can rehash this again. I don't know. I just, wish the scale would show. And I say this all the time. The scale does not define our efforts. And it's not defining my week. It's not. Because I know I did good. Because I know. I tell you when I've eaten. I know. I've eaten really well this week. So it is what it is. I can't sit there and dwell on it as much as I was pissed this morning. I was a little salty. I was a lot salty, actually. Like I said, I looked at this guy and went, what? I don't know. I can't rehash it again because I just was pissed. So pissed, I drove myself to a WW meeting. Because that's what you do. You go to your safe spot. And that was my safe spot. So I'm better now. I've climbed down that hill. And I'm back in the saddle. Because it is what it is. And, I can't even do more than I'm doing. I'm doing more than I have ever done, actually. So I can't do anymore. I will not be working out anymore. No, that's not going to happen. I will do my minimum because that's it. That's all I expect of myself. I'll do my Leslie's 5 days a week. That is it for me, though. Yeah, I'm doing it. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, I would love to have you as part of the Dish with Tea community. And if you know anybody that could benefit from this hot mess, there's a share button. Hit it, grab the link, share it on a Facebook group, anywhere you think, email, text, Zoom meeting. I'd be happy to help anybody that identifies with me. That's interesting. Have a great rest of your day. We will dish. I don't don't have one planned for tomorrow, but I have my bunts coming up. They have to be uploaded. You want to see what I made in my bunt? And we will talk again. Breakfast with D will be coming with you later. Coming at you later.